Here's how to play Khepri in Smite 2. Khepri is the definition of a support god in my opinion. He's got some great CC, good sustain, a pretty awesome ult, and he flat out just gives shield to allies. Not to mention he is just overall a big character, so body blocking is so easy with him. I'm going to change things up from how I normally do it. Usually I jump into abilities and then I head into builds, but I feel like builds are usually what people are more interested in, so I'm going to start off with builds right away. So what I like to build for Khepri is, for my starter, I get Selflessness, and then I go Prophetic Cloak, followed up with Talisman of Purification, Ruinous Ankh, and then your last three items get a little more situational. I like to go a lot of cooldown, so I usually go Breastplate of Valor, but if you're needing more magical protections, Genji's isn't a bad item to pick up. I also will go Glorious Pridwin, and Spectral Armor if crit is an issue in the match. And I go Shell for my relic. Alright, let's dive into Khepri's abilities. First, his passive is Fortitude. Basically every 5 seconds, Khepri applies a shield to himself and allies. Khepri's first ability is Abduct. You dash forward, dealing damage, scaling with int, and you grab an enemy, gaining physical and magical protections while you pull the enemy backwards. Khepri's second ability is Rising Dawn. Khepri rolls the sun forward, causing tick damage to enemy gods that are hit, and reduces physical protections. Now, if an ally is hit with this, they gain damage mitigation, and then at max range, this ability stops and bursts out into a circle around itself, and during this part, Khepri can apply the buffs to himself. Khepri's third ability is Solar Flare. Khepri calls the sun down, dealing damage and rooting enemies who are struck with it. Khepri's ultimate is Scarab's Blessing. This ability you can cast on either allies or yourself, and it will cleanse them of any crowd control effect, give them strength, intelligence, and movement speed buff, slow immunity, and if they are killed while this ability is activated, they are revived and brought back to Khepri. The one counter to this is executed enemies cannot be revived. For every successful revived ally, Khepri gains a permanent stacking buff of 2 protections. This ability is for sure a make or break one when playing Khepri, and my biggest advice to it is don't wait for the last second to cast it. People like to try to hold on to it as long as they can and then cast it at the very last second to save your teammates. Use it sooner than you think, because 1, odds are your ally is going to die and you'll revive them, and 2, it's a great deterrent because if the players that are attacking your ally are smart, they will usually stop attacking him because they don't want him to be revived, which allows your teammates to just cast free damage at will. Go ahead and give Khepri a try and let me know what you like to build on him.